to Kaynichole After Dark. Okay, so let's get into it. Abstinence in a sexualized world. We already know, being a part of the Black community, especially me being a woman of color, okay, are considered hypersexualized. And I'm not going to lie, as part of my brand, Your Girl Next Door, of course, I have a little sexiness to me, a little je ne sais quoi. But that does not change the fact that even though we can be sexy and show off some skin, doesn't mean that we are out here busting nuts out there left and right. So I saw a study recently, right, where people are having less children in their 30s. And as I've been talking to more and more young people, I have been noticing that more and more people are waiting to actually have sex with another person. I don't know why I added that like that, but anyway, I mean, it's still sex when you. Well, let me actually say intercourse, because we all know that there's all different kinds of sex. There's oral sex, there's anal sex, there's masturbation. But I've noticed that people are not finding who they want out here in these streets, right? The streets are not dry. The streets are fucking stupid, okay? That's what's going on, okay? I've been a testimony of this myself, that to the no date dating, to the constantly having these ridiculous expectations, to everything that's out here, from the red balloons, a bunch of nonsense. Praja Pati says, is there any sauce left on you? If yes, then I will lick it for you. Just kidding, by the way, nailed it. Cute. Thank you. I find it interesting that because of that, less people are having sex. And I also find that interesting because we're in a world where people are more so now condoning one night stands. I don't know if y'all are into that, into one night stands. I personally am not. I'm actually the people that I'm talking about. I'm her, I'm them, the abstinent people. And I find that it's hard out here. Like, seriously, that's what I was kind of getting to. Like, it's hard out here because it's like and that's why I say, for those that have not had sex, I always want to encourage them to wait until they've found someone that they truly see themselves spending a life with. Because once you do have sex, I'm not gonna lie, the want for intimacy is cool, but that can only last for so long. Which gets to another thing that I want to talk about, but I want to stick on this for a minute. That it is difficult. Being abstinent out here is fucking hard. I'm not even gonna lie. And I'm saying that because there are times that, I don't hang out often, right? But when I do hang out, there are times that, Prentice Spring says, beautiful advice to wait. Definitely. I mean, especially if you haven't found that person, you want to find the right person to be with. Unfortunately, a lot of us are young and dumb, and we think that we're in love, or whatever case might be, or we're even tricked. I remember a lot of girls from my childhood being tricked by guys that were telling them that they were in love with them or that they were going to be with them, and it ended up them doing something with the guy and them looking foolish or whatever case might be. So, but as an adult, you're wiser, okay? And if you're into one night stands, go, more power to you. But I find it difficult to be abstinent in such a highly sexualized world nowadays. I mean, before, you know, you would want to be hot and heavy and everything like that, and you have your Spice channel, your Playboy, you know, but now it is all over the place, even in music videos or on Power. Like, I'm a Power fan, and it's just like, when you are trying to stay the course and everybody is fucking playing like they have sex, it's a problem. It's stressful. I'm saying it jokingly, but it really is. And like I said, going back to what I was saying before, is that I don't go out often. But sometimes when I drink and I have a little, you know, have a great time, that's like kind of my aphrodisiac, right? So I'll want to have some fun afterwards. I'm not going to lie. And I miss having a person that I can come home to, or we went to the club together and get to have fun, you know, after hours and stuff like that. And it's just like, for those that are waiting until they're sure about who they meet and who they're about, it's hard. What up, Kels? What's going on? So, I mean, are y'all dealing with this? Do y'all think about, I mean, I know that men sometimes do it for, like, when they're waiting to be a part of a big game or something like that, or when they're working on sperm retention and stuff. But has anyone found it out here hard, or are y'all just out here not caring about a relationship and just busting nuts? I mean, maybe y'all are in relationships, and if you all are, kudos to you, more power to you. For those that just came in, hello. Welcome to Kaynichole After Dark. We're talking about abstinence in the sexualized world. I'm personally talking about my journey and my feelings towards the whole thing, which is that, of course, Black women are already overly sexualized. We get a bad rep for it. But a lot of females just like to feel sexy and look sexy, while a lot of us are not putting it out here on a platter for all different kinds of men. And for those that are not doing that, but are looking, you know, fine and sexy, like myself, it is hard out here. Because, again, it's part of the whole pretty people problems. It really is. J Dallas is laughing. It's not funny. It's really part of the pretty people problems, because when you are attractive, you know, people think sex, right? And when you do modeling and everything like that, and you're in a particular genre like myself, they feel, okay, sex, just jumping bones and everything like that. And it's like, the other part is like, no, I want a whole relationship. I want to be with someone that eventually sees marriage down the line. But I get horny too. So it's like, how do you deal with that? And I know that there's a lot of people out here that do masturbate. And I do not think there's anything wrong with masturbation. Like, that's fine. However, for myself, I find that difficult to do. I don't know. Maybe I'm just the weirdo here, but I find it very difficult to masturbate as a female. Like, imagery wise, like, I could have a best imagination or be watching something, but to get to that point of pleasure, it just stops. I don't know. It's just very difficult. And I think that's because I'm really set on being with a partner. And I think that I've set myself up so that I cannot actually masturbate without assistance. And I know I'm sharing a lot here, but I know that there's other people that are in my shoes that are trying to figure out how they can get their, for lack of better words, rocks off without succumbing to temptation. Because temptation is real, and especially if you're on a journey. And I see that a lot of people are on this journey to self-discovery, of, abstinence, of separating themselves from what they want. And for me, it's just about the final goal, Let me see some of these comments here. What are we talking about? I got time. I don't have sex with anyone I'm not familiar with. Okay. Women must trust. This Bank says women must truly understand today representation of men are boys in a man shell, plus haven't reached the individual level of self-value. So without, he can increase the woman's value. I definitely understand and agree with you on that point, Prentice. I feel that a lot of people they've matured in ways like as far as technology, but I think that the young people today, and that's including myself, I mean, I'm getting to the older, on the other side of the hill, should I say, but I think that a lot of people now are so inundated with so much stuff that, like I said, they think that they have a lot of options out there. They think that they have a lot of time out here. I think that what we're receiving is very deceptive, and I think a lot of people are quick to feed into the illusion of I have time, and it's like time doesn't wait for anybody. So you have to be mindful of what you're doing with your time. And I'm like, the time that I would spend, doing that, masturbating, is some time that I can spend doing other things. Kel's blunt. Wait. Okay. I'm sorry. Let me. I'm missing points here. Okay, yeah. Mr. Blunt himself says there's a risk with sex. I'm bougie with myself. Granted, I love sex, but if I'm not familiar with the person, I won't do it. I gotta have some kind of connection with the person to enjoy pleasures. I understand that. Like, you definitely have to enjoy the person. You have to like them. But I'm saying that, some people are really just about satisfying the flesh in that regard. I have a mosquito bite, so excuse me that I'm itching. That a lot of people are going to satisfy the flesh. And which gets me to this point. I guess I should just go into this, right? So if you're abstinent, right? You're never getting old, thank you. So my question is it wrong or is it right to spend time with people of the opposite sex to fill up your tank with intimacy, even though you're not interested in having sex with them? Because a mosquito, no, you wouldn't, because I would have tried to kill you, definitely. But so I'm just curious about that, because I like to, like I said, I'm single, so I have guy friends and they'll want to hang out or whatever. So we'll go out to eat, we'll go to the movies, we'll do different things. Now, don't even go there, y'all. Sometimes I treat or they treat or we go Dutch. Okay, so don't even go there with, oh, you looking for someone to feed you and stuff like that. Don't go there. Don't go there. I stomp that right now. No. So we either take turns or we go Dutch. And part of my love language, hey, sweetheart, and also with a lot of other people that I know, that spending time is part of their love language, especially with people that they don't see on a regular basis or they don't talk to on a regular basis, right? That spending time with them. So that's one of my love languages, is spending time. So I'll hang out with my friends and stuff like that of the opposite sex. And that will actually, in a way, fill up my intimacy tank. Now, like I said, my sexual tank, something completely different. But what do y'all think about that? Do y'all think that it's wrong if you're a single person to go out with the opposite sex to have that filled and everything like that? I'm not talking about, can we go see Deadpool and Wolverine? I don't know. I don't know how. Aren't you in Virginia? I'm just saying, aren't you in Virginia? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with your life. We haven't spoken in a while. But I hope everything's going well, Cuts Cartel. What was I going to say? So I just find that in this world where you're constantly seeing sex on social media, sex in shows, and all that, how do you stay focused and on the course and not say, screw this? Let me just get my nut and be able to go then forth with a clear mind of finding my person, right? Because the other half of my mind says, right, like, what if I meet the guy, right, and he does something that's so great, so wonderful, or whatever case might be, but it's not that great and wonderful. I just think that it's great and wonderful because he matches all the other criteria and everything like that, and I just want to find a reason to jump his bones, right? Now I've screwed myself because maybe he's not the guy, but I thought he was, and everything like that. But now, because I have had sex in forever, that's what I'm thinking about. That's what the devilment says. I know it sounds like nonsense, but that's what the devilment says, that like, yo, you should get your rocks off so that when you go forth into the world, your mind is good because you're not worried about, whatever, whatnot. And I'm like, that is stupid, because the whole point of the abstinence is that I haven't been touched, so that he's kind of working, I'm going to compare it to a virgin, like Trump compared himself to Abe Lincoln. But yeah, it's like, it hasn't been touched for a while, it's uncharted territory, especially if I add a new tattoo on it or something like that, then it's definitely uncharted territory. Because no one's touched me since that tattoo, or whatever case might be. But I'm just saying, that's my thoughts on it. So, and it's kind of with my other segment that you should watch on Kaynichole After Dark on YouTube. Definitely check it out. Please like and subscribe. Now I lost my train of thought. See, people tell me, oh, you need to promote your YouTube in the thing, and then I forget my train of thought, and that messes me up. Establish the relationship at the beginning so the future actions are intentional. When you understand, use sex, don't drive the mind. Of course, I'm not saying that, but I'm just like, do y'all know how, like, it's been a long time. And sometimes the flesh gets weak. That's all I'm saying. Not saying that I'm going to jump on somebody's bones. I'm just saying there's a conversation that it can be really difficult when you're constantly inundated with information that says that it's not necessarily bad to explore. Like, we're in this exploration, in this century. It's all about exploration, exploring. That's why we have all these new pronouns and shit, right? So couldn't you say with the same thing? Yeah, this is the only new ink that I have, and I got this last year, but I wanted something else for my birthday. Trying to figure out what thigh I should get it on, or if I should put it right here, or if I should put it right here. Maybe I'll take a poll. I don't know, but that's the next thing, because I can't figure it out, really. I really can't. So I'm trying to figure it out exactly, but whatever. So yeah. So I find it, and I really, like I said, before earlier in this segment, I had said that I'm meeting more and more women that have never had sex. And I'm commending them, that they've waited this long. Even men that I'm seeing are waiting longer to have sex. And I think that it's so dope. Because a lot of us gave it up to, a lot of stupid people, instead of waiting for the right person to come along to give our virginity to. But now that we're adults and everything like that, and everybody is looking for that one and everything like that, and that's why, but you know what? I'm a weirdo. It's me that's the weirdo, because like I said, where others can masturbate and be able to get their rocks off and everything like that and be part of self-love, I have a difficulty doing that. So I'm more pent up, I think, than the average person. So I don't think that my judgment is the same. So if you let me see y'all not touch yourselves and be watching and seeing all the shit that's out here, and let me find out if y'all would be as good as I am right at this moment. Or would you be trying to knock something down as soon as? Because it does cross my mind. Does cross my mind. So I'm being funny about it, but I'm so serious. My son is a tattoo artist now. He is doing all my tats. Okay, that's nice. You can show me a picture, but I want somebody that's been doing tattoos for a while. No shade, but it's a self-portrait, so I want it to be right. But so did any of y'all have anything to say about whether or not, if y'all have a friend of the opposite sex and filling your tank, if that's good or bad? No takers on that. I think that if you have like malicious intent, if you're just enjoying them, I don't think it's bad. But I think if you're going out of your way to fill it up through them, I think that's where the negativity of it starts, where it's toxic and it's not good, because people use each other, but you want to know that you're being used and accept it. It's nothing worse than a person taking advantage of you and you're not knowing that you're being taken advantage of. At least if you're being taken advantage of and you know it, it's cool. It's a little bit more palatable, but Hey George, how are you doing? So those are just my thoughts on that topic, because some things have been swirling around and I take notice to it. So I just wanted to talk about it, and I feel like I think it's great that people are waiting longer to have children. But then again, it's like with your biological clock, it interferes. So it's like people have to take science into their own hands at times. But I know it's positives and negatives to it, honestly. But because they were talking about how Americans are not having enough children, we're not having enough kids. Other people are having, more children, and we're taking our time and stuff like that and having less kids. And then the more educated you are, the less kids you're having. So it's just interesting, because it's like with people looking for their partner, there's going to be a lot of unsexed people out here. I have female friends that I'm genuinely cool with and always upfront with each other. Okay. But I mean, okay. I don't know what your love language is, but do you ever spend time with them or do anything with them to fill up your cup, per se, whatever your love language is? Whether it's gift giving, whether it's, you like they offer, to do things for you, or you offer to do things for them. Are you filling up your tank with your love language with this person, even though they're not yours? Is my question. And if you are, what do you think about it? Hello, fellas. Welcome to the group chat. Welcome to the group. So I find that that's the part that I'm trying to understand. But like I said, I feel like I kind of answered it, that it's about your intent. Usually it is what your intent is about on whether or not it's going to go toxic or whatever. Because as long as you always have good intentions, it should go right, you know. But yeah, I find that it is difficult out here to not want to explore when you're on a certain path. And that path is finding your person and being with that person and being uncharted territory. So that's the goal for me. You know, some people don't believe in being abstinent until they have a partner. They might, you know, do things in the meantime until they have a partner. Like I said, there's no right or wrong way to do it. I just believe in this way because it's like, why add to your account when you don't need to, is the first thing. The second thing is, why create soul ties with people unnecessarily? Fourth, just people in my bed, or I'm in other people's bed. Like, no, you don't wake up in everybody's bed. Like, that's just. I was talking to a friend today, right? I know this is a side conversation, but I was talking to a friend today about how people changing and growing and everything like that, because I was talking to my neighbor about a female that I used to know in the neighborhood, and I used to be cool with her, but we didn't go to the same high school. And she was, as Jerry would say, a whore. For real. Like, and I was friends with her, and, you know, like they say, friends of a feather flock together, or, you know, an association or whatever case might be. And I was hanging out with her, and I would hear so many people like talk about her and everything like that, and say some, like, the one thing that a person said, and it ended up being true, like when she talked close to me, but they were like, yo, like, her breath stays smelling like dick. Like, dick, she got dick breath. And one time she was talking to me, and it was like, I mean, I wanted to ask why your breath smelled like that, but it was like, that person telling me that automatically came to that, and it was like, oh, that's why her breath be smelling like that. And it's just like, about, and it was just, the conversation started about growing out of your childhood nicknames and growing out of that and being anew, right? Can you grow from that? Can you get past that? Because there's a gentleman in my neighborhood, okay, and he is named Monkey Man. Okay, I have known him. I do know his real name, but he has been known as Monkey Man. I think I've used this I've talked about this gentleman in a past conversation, and he was named Monkey Man. And for if you were to say, oh, a person looks like an animal or anything like that, you would say he looks like an orangutan. Okay, no joking, being completely serious. He looks like an orangutan. Okay, head shape, long arms, long fingers, whatever case might be. And it's like, yo, people used to call him this to his face. When you think about it now, it's like, oh, that's crazy. Like, you call somebody Monkey Man? Like, y'all have no truth about yourselves? Y'all have no kindness that y'all call this man Monkey Man when his name is something else? It's a small world, so I'm not going to say what his real name is. Because somebody like, oh, shit, I know that person. No. So, yeah. Like, so then it led me to remembering about this girl who I used to hang out with, and she was the neighborhood hoe. Like, I was chilling with her. Like, I knew her whole family and everything like that. And I would be cool with her. And like I said, I've always had guy friends. And I would hear the crazy shit. Like, they would say, yo, she would have sex in the bathroom. She would have sex. She would suck. No, not sex. Because she wasn't having sex, right? She was still a virgin. But she was, I guess you would consider, what white people would consider a slut. Okay. Because, yeah, she would suck dick on the bus, suck dick in the back of the classroom, suck dick in the boys' bathroom, suck dick in the movie theaters, suck dick wherever she could suck dick. And because I was her friend, I was naturally associated with it, which, truthfully, I didn't learn how to suck dick until well within my third relationship. Thank you, Antonio. He got me right. Okay. So that was well within my third relationship. So I didn't know what was going on. And then it's like I find out later and stuff like that. And it's just that a lot of things happened that could have been avoided if I wasn't around her during that time, if I knew what her background was. So, can you run away from your past? I don't know. I haven't seen her. So I don't know if you can run from your past or not. But I do know that people still remember and obviously talk about it to this day. She might have had trauma in her past. Oh yeah, definitely. I don't put no. Yeah, I don't put. Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. But it's the fact that nobody said anything. Us girls are like 15, 16, 17. Their mom was in the home, and it's like I, of course, was too naive to know what's going on, but as it's going around in the streets, somebody should have said something, and I think that's when, because it was my generation where people started leading to this, oh, mind your business, this is my child, I don't want you talking, putting like that. That is the start. My generation is the start of that bullshit. So I really think that had parents and family been taking the time, or even her siblings pulled somebody's coattail and said, or I'm tired of you being called this at school and everything like that, that something would have been done. Because thinking back on it, it's crazy. It was crazy that, so many boys had been with her and everything like that. And it's devastating. And I think that is why nowadays abstinence and stuff is occurring. I think that that's why more and more people are refraining from having sex, procreating, and all of that because of relationships being so difficult and being what they are today. I think that it's a culmination of a bunch of things, but I'm noticing that in this highly sexualized world, less children are being born, so that's saying a lot. So I just found that it was an interesting phenomenon. I feel I was having a conversation, like I said, I was having a little round table with some friends of mine, and being abstinent is hard. I think I have it the hardest because a lot of people do masturbate, like I said. I don't do that. I find that it's difficult, which is more people should masturbate, honestly, if you understand the benefits of it. More people should. And I think I actually talked about that in prior videos. But we can always discuss it again. That masturbation is important as far as self-love. I'm saying that you can't expect somebody that has never met you to know your body better than you. And I think that it's only befitting and only right that you learn your body properly so that you can let someone else know how to love you properly, because that is part of loving you properly, is knowing the way around your body. So that's my opinion. I don't know about anybody else. They might just focus on gifts, but that is my opinion. So, yeah. Oh, goodness. So, that's it. That's all I have for this evening. I didn't really have too much. Like I said, it's a personal thing that I wanted to share with you guys. I think it's rough out here, and I'm struggling. Like I said, I'm struggling. Yeah, it's rough out here. It's rough out here. But it's not that it's not worth the wait. It's just that perseverance, right? Stay in the course. And sometimes denying the flesh is a positive thing, because for those that have never had intercourse, it's like, why, what's it, what are you looking for? And the thing is, like I said, sex for me, outside of procreating, is to have a connection with your partner. And so if you're not doing it for those reasons, then I just feel like it's just pleasing the flesh, and you could find so many other better things to do than just focusing on pleasing your flesh. So that's just me. I know I do have odd ideals and values, but I think that's what makes me unique and special. So, yeah. And I think that is why my king will be so deserving, because, yeah, he'll know that he has something different. So, in any case, I will bid y'all adieu. I hope that y'all have a great rest of the week and stay amazing. And of course, always keep your crown straight. Take care.